Hey there, this is Troy, and I'm doing a video to explain my Perfect Home Finder service and basically explain to you the benefit that this will have for you as a buyer that's actively searching on the market in improving your search, the success of you finding a home in your home search. Um, so, what is the Perfect Home Finder? Perfect Home Finder is simply a service where I find off-market properties that match your exact search criteria, and I send direct mail correspondence to the people that own those homes and see if they're interested in selling. So what we know is that every year about 5 to 6% of homes are going to get listed. So from the date that you're looking at this video to 12 months from now, about 5 to 6% of the homes that are out there, those people are gonna list. But the problem is, at any given time, you've only got about the current 5% of homes from this previous period, not the future period, that are listed. And sometimes that's not enough for you to select from. And so inventory is low right now. It's on the 5% end of things. And so with the inventory being low like that, you may get out there and you're motivated to find a house, but then you can't find what you want, or you find what you want, and then 10 other buyers have put an offer, and so you've got like a 1 in 10 chance of even getting that home. So that process can be very frustrating for a lot of people. And a lot of people just give up on the process. Not to mention the fact that sellers are thinking, hey, if I sell my home, then where am I going to move to? And so they're a little bit reticent to put their house on the market. And so this program actually works for them as well, because it's a way that they can find a house before they commit to selling theirs. So it's really a win-win, the Perfect Home Finder service for everyone involved. So with that said, if you haven't started looking for homes yet, you may not necessarily realize that what I'm saying is the reality of the market yet. But if you've been out there, you can see the slim pickings that are in the marketplace, and you may have even tried to bid on homes and gotten outbid. Maybe that's what drove you to finding this page and this information. So I want to just sort of do a visual layout of how the program works and see if you think it might be a good fit for you. Then you can reach out to me and we'll take the next steps. So what I'm going to do is share my screen here, and I'm just going to do a little visual. Um, let's see, share screen, and I'm going to share this whiteboard app that I have here, and hopefully you can see that. And I am going to demonstrate Perfect Home Finder. So let's talk about the process of how this works first. So here's the process. Let's pick up where I described reaching out to homeowners. So the first thing is, how do I find those homeowners, right? Well, I'm going to find homeowners that specifically match the type of house that you're looking for. So you're going to have a set of criteria that we're going to go over first, right? So here's the criteria that you have. And let's just say that's going to include the number of bedrooms, bathrooms, we'll put that on another line there, square footage. Maybe you need a certain lot size. Maybe you need a garage. You want a detached house, or you want a townhouse. It's all going to be tailored to you. Um, Obviously, the location, um, price is going to be important, and any number of other things. So let's just stop right there. But you and I would go through a very detailed list, and the homes that I find in the public record would be based on these search criteria here. Okay, so let's move this down. So I'm gonna just write in here P E R for public records. Okay. So the public records will be here, and I'll find the houses that match this. Now, maybe there'll be, let's just say 1,000 homes in the areas that you're looking for that match all of these criteria, right? Whereas on the MLS, the multiple list service that feeds all of the, whether you're looking at Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, all of those are fed from the MLS, which is where agents, we put our listings, right? So the MLS may only have about at any given time, maybe about 20 houses that match what you're looking for, right? And then once you go out and see these, then that list may go down to like maybe 3 houses that actually meet what's going to work for you, right? So you may have 3 houses that you can choose from. And then once you go look at those houses, guess what? The house that you like, the houses that you like, they tend to be the houses that everybody likes, right? So let's just say that there's 3 houses on the market right now that you're like, look, those are worth seeing, and those would work for us. Okay. There's going to be probably in this market where there's unfortunately more buyers than sellers, there's going to be 10 buyers who also want those 3 houses. Okay. Well, if there's 10 buyers, unless you guys are going to be roommates, then only 3 of these buyers are going to get these 3 houses. So you've got now 7 people who have to wait for the next 20 listings, right? 7 unhappy buyers that didn't get one of the 3 desirable homes on the market, right? And now time goes by and you've got to wait for another 20 listings to come out, of which only 3 are probably going to really match what you're looking for, right? That's the state of the market today, okay? And so to avoid that, I'll go through the public records. I'll find 1,000. Sometimes I may find 1,500, depending on how broad your search criteria are, that match what you want. The great thing about these houses is that they are unlisted, okay? And I also filtered the public record to figure out not just that they're unlisted. Of course, every house is unlisted if it's not on the market, right? But I figure out the ones that are most likely to sell next using some information in the public records that's also an indicator of the likelihood of that house selling, right? And so even if we were to get, let's say, and these are very tailored to exactly what you want, if we were to get, let's just say, 5 responses, that's more than twice, that's double, or it's more than what you've already had as an option that are viable houses online. So this can be a very powerful way to add some additional options. Excuse me. Add some additional options to your home search. So how do I reach out to these sellers? All right. So I'm going to just keep with my somewhat questionable drawing skills here, but keep explaining this process. So I'm going to send a letter, right? And this is actually in an envelope. So this letter goes into the envelope, but this letter is specific to you. It's tailored for you. So it's not a generic letter. They all have some very basic information that's necessary, but it has your specific search criteria, and even your first name is mentioned, not your entire name, but your first name, because that legitimizes this as a real buyer that's looking for a home, not an investor that's trying to buy up the neighborhood, and not some other scam that sellers are not going to trust. And so what I've drawn here is the QR code, okay? So that letter not only contains specifics about your home search criteria, but a QR code that is used to drive the seller to my website. And on that website, because again, remember, as marketers, I mean, yeah, I'm an agent, but every business owner is a marketer, okay? And as marketers, we had to be very aware of the perception of the public that anything that they get that's marketing it has a great degree of skepticism attached to it. It could be a scam, could be spam mail, or some other trickery, right? So on my website, soldbytroy.com, I'll just write that here. This is the website. And there's going to be a video to further legitimize that this is a real offer with a real buyer that's looking to buy right now and not a scam. So on there is going to be me, and I'm going to be talking about you and your home search and the house that you're looking for. And because I've sent these out to the people that have homes that match what you're looking for, it's going to resonate with them because they're going to say, hey, that's exactly the type of house that I have. So again, what we're doing here is personalizing it, but we're also minimizing the likelihood that someone is going to think that this is spam. I'll also do a write-up about your search criteria, and I will put a form on this page that any interested sellers can fill out. And when they fill out that form, then it's going to go to me in an email or a text. It's going to have every way that they can reach me under the sun, or they can call me right on that website. And once they reach out to me, they're going to say, hey, I got your course, I got your letter, and I am interested in potentially selling my home. Tell me what you got. You have a buyer. Tell me what their time frame is and how much they're willing to pay. And at that point, I am going to go and have a look at the home first and foremost. Okay, so here's the seller's home, and more great drawing by me, of course. I should have been an art major. Um, let's say you wanted a garage, put a garage on there because this is tailored to exactly what you want. Okay. And so I'm gonna go see the seller's home and see if it in fact matches what we discussed. And if it does, then I'm gonna bring you into play. So you will then come and look at the house as well. If you see it and you like what you see, then we now can negotiate directly with this particular homeowner to see if we can come to terms in price and time frame. Um, Sellers love this because the seller now doesn't have to list their home. They don't have to pay two agents commission, which is very typical. That the seller's agent and the buyer's agent is all paid by the seller. So they save some money. And timing wise, okay, this is my version of a clock. But timing wise, they don't have to rush, right? If they put it on the market and everybody's putting the 10 offers in for their home, then they've got to hurry up and get out of there and find the next place that they're going. This method gives a flexible timeline. So maybe they're ready in 30 days. Maybe it's going to take them longer. You guys, there's no other people negotiating. So this seller can negotiate directly with us as far as their timeline. They're going to save money on the commission. They don't have to list their house. They don't have to have strangers trekking through their house 5 times a day. So anytime the seller has a more convenient process, you're going to get better terms too. Okay, you're going to get the timeline you need. You're going to be able to negotiate without having other buyers involved as far as the price, and you're still going to get all of the things that are very important, such as home inspection, appraisal, make sure it's worth what we negotiate for you to pay for it. And we'll let the seller know up front that you're willing to pay market value for the house. But because there's not 10 other buyers, it's less chance of you paying 30, 40, $50,000 over the market value of the home to win a bid. So again, a huge win for you in that sense in this current market with the low inventory that we have. You're also going to be able to negotiate price as you normally would. And if once all of those things happen, that's just a short list, but all of those things happen, then we will go and we'll sign. Oh, excuse me. Just move that page around. We're going to sign a contract as we normally would. The seller will put their signature on it. You as the buyer, me as the only agent that will be involved. And we'll sign that contract. And if all goes well with these home inspection, appraisal, and price negotiation, some other factors as well, then you'll be off to closing where you can get your notarized document and sign your life away. Just kidding. House is one of the best investments you can make on a long-term basis. So anyway, that's just my visual representation of what this process will look like. And I think that you'll find that it's great to have additional options, not just what's on the internet or on the MLS right now. I'm gonna stop sharing this. I did want to address one other aspect, and that's price. Okay, and how much does it cost to have this service, right? Because it's not cheap. Sending out 1,000 stamps are going up to like 66 cents. It's ridiculous. So just the postage on 1,000 of these things is $660. right? Then you gotta put the envelope and the letter in the envelope and fold everything. It's an arduous process. I let my kids help me out so they can uh, feel like they're contributing to dad's business, right? So anyway, we go through all those steps, and there's no cost to you at all. I take that risk up front of marketing to homes that match your criteria. And the only thing I ask is that you work with me exclusively as your agent. And the good thing is, I'm a local Baltimore based in all the surrounding counties. So PG County, Howard County, Carroll County, Anne Arundel County, Hartford, even Montgomery County, anywhere within an hour, and of course Baltimore City. So anywhere within that Central Maryland area, I'm very experienced in these locations. So I'm very good at selecting the houses and the neighborhoods that match once we go over your criteria that are going to match those criteria. Okay. And so that's a service. This is a value added service that I give to all of my clients. So if you like what you see, you like the idea of this, and I mean, hey, it's free. So what do you have to lose? Then fill out the form on this page. Let's get in touch with each other, and let's review your search criteria and see if this might be a good service for you to boost your home search. All right. It was good talking to you today and explaining this program, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great one.